Hey, hey, what's up? It's the Keita J Reveal Show. You know, we've been having some technical difficulties, and I finally got everything together. I said I'm gonna do this. I wasn't gonna do this broadcast, but I said I'm gonna do this broadcast before the end of the year. Because happy holidays to everybody. Y'all can't hear the music, maybe, but I can. Woo! I hope y'all having a great day. This is the Keita J Reveal Show, y'all, and we are finally posting on YouTube. We are also streaming on Periscope. We are streaming on our other platforms, which is our FM platform Anchor, and then we have our Apple platform. We don't just put it like this. We're on multiple platforms, right? We're on multiple platforms. So today I want to talk about, I know y'all see the topic. So the topic is today that we need to grow as humans. I know I can say for myself, because you can only speak for you. You never know what trials and triumphs that people have gone through in this day and time, even as starting off as a youth. Because like I say, they say things sit in our conscious mind, and then it starts to work its way up to our subconscious mind. So as for me, I like to say, I definitely want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win. It starts in our childhood, okay? So for some of us that we always say, I say it to women, and people can be negative, especially I want to say for those of us that are trying to make it. And when I say make it, I'm saying making it in society, like making it throughout every day of our life. It can be traumatizing times that we have faced and gone through. So some of us may not even know what people have faced in their life, what makes them the way that they are. But growing, you have to take that into account for yourself. You have to get around better people. You know what I'm saying? You have to involve yourself in different things. You have to be involved in activities that you will find yourself enjoying. And you'll never know what you enjoy if you don't try things. You've had people that find out who they are when they get arrested, when they had to spend years incarcerated. People finally have a chance to sit down and talk to people to find out who they truly are. But just think, some of us have been sitting negatively, sitting and sitting within demons inside of us, not realizing that we are coming from a place where maybe our parents mistreated us. Maybe we never saw nice things happen to people in the world. Many things can happen in this world, which will make you, what they say, a psychopath. You can become a psychopath just by seeing the ugly all day long. Nobody, look, let me tell y'all this. I want to say this, because this has been on my mind. I'm one that truly speaks my mind. I speak things that come into my mind. And people would probably say, girl, you shouldn't be saying that. No, I'm going to say it. Because evidently, it's been a problem as to why we don't get things accomplished, because we never want to face the truth. And I'm going to say that. We never, ever want to face the truth. That's just it. You don't want to face the truth. You have to face the truth. The truth is the truth, and the truth is your truth. It's not everybody else's truth, but it's what you see and what you witnessed in this world. You witnessed other people. So I want to say this, like, for me, For me, we talk about the weird person, right? Because I always tell people, I say, I'm weird. I'm weird. I am weird. And there's nothing wrong with being weird. Being somebody that everybody, you're not looking at everybody as that person. I'm a weird person. I love doing things that I don't see people doing. I love stepping outside of my comfort zone. I love doing things that, which people would consider as not the norm, especially at my age. At my age, people would look at me like I'm crazy. But I find that people act like they like you, but they really truly don't. They, this world that will act like they like you. I mean, straight up. Hey, boo, how you? Hey, girl, what's up? Hey, man, what's up? Give me a handshake. But really, they not feeling you. Sometimes people come into your life with what they say, excuse me, for a season, for a reason, and for eternity. So we never ever sometimes know why people are coming into our lives. We never ever will know unless something happens. You have people that are in your camp on a day-to-day basis that don't care for you. They act like they like you though every day as long as they could get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the lady that what's the woman that the Hispanic lady that was a singer? I forgot her name. Gosh, dog. I know. I think it began with an S. The one that was killed, shot by her. What was she? Her maid, her manager, or something like that. You're that close to people, and you are envious of the way they look, the things that they are getting, how they carry themselves. There are a slew of reasons that people are upset and envy you. There are so many reasons why somebody envy you. They could envy you for whatever, what you have, material things. You see people getting robbed here, especially during Christmas time. You can't even have, even though I don't really celebrate Christmas, but you can't have a happy holiday without somebody, you seeing all over the news, somebody's trying to take from somebody else. You got to work to get that stuff too. So it takes growth from all of us. And I will say this, we complain, like I've heard some people say, they want to do adult content, children shouldn't be able to come to to see adult content. Well, that is a good reason why, kids shouldn't come to see adult content. However, I think some of us adults need to be able to enlighten kids, because if you think about commercials and animation now, like kids are big on animation, and there's some adults that's big on animation too, but you have a lot of kids out here that indulge in animation. And guess what's the biggest harm? That's the word I'm gonna use. Guess what could be harm to kids now, or harmful to kids? Animation. Because I've seen some animation that's supposed to be for kids, and they are putting all kinds of craziness and entertainment for kids. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm glad my kid's not young like that now, because you really have to be careful what your kids are watching. They're sliding all kinds of stuff in these commercials and in all kinds of entertainment, music. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to be careful with your young children, even the older teens. Like I know if you're not teaching them, especially, you have to be on them. I just read a few days ago where they was talking about there was some kids as young as 7 years old in Ohio that are being arrested and catching felonies. And this goes back to growing as a human, okay? So don't think I got away from the subject. But growing, as young as 7 years old, where these kids, where are they parents? Are they foster children? Because we don't get the bigger picture. We just get stories sometimes. So I have questions. I want to know, where are the parents? Where are the if they're in a foster home, who's supposed to be looking after them? Because you got a 7-year-old that's breaking into cars. And I'm not saying that they can't be influenced, but come on, 7 years old, breaking and entering and doing things that they should be doing. You're catching a felony. So that means you're possibly carrying a gun. You could be robbing people. You could be doing anything outside of what you see others, some 7-year-olds doing, like playing football and this and that. And those could be some of the same kids. You just never know who they are. But I it goes back to, like I was just saying, growing as a human. I said on one of my posts before, it's the holiday season. Christmas just passed. The new year is coming. As people, we have to find a way to like each other. Because I find in the community, society that I'm in, a lot of us don't like each other. We don't like each other. We don't like to see nobody pounding the pavement. We don't like to see nobody doing things that we consider as better than them. We don't like to see the other person getting up and doing things. It's in all of us. So nobody can say, oh, I'm not, we can say I'm not like that. Because I say I'm not like that. And I'll be honest, I'm not like that. But there is, deep down inside of you, there's something in you, in all of us, that's that way, because we are human beings, and that's how human beings get down. Even animals get down like that. It's a part of nature. It's all a part of nature. It's a part of our DNA. It's a part of our upbringing. Women dealing with their mothers, having nasty moms, treating you disrespectfully, then not maybe having your father, or having your father in the house, because it's not always about the father not being in the home. That we can kind of throw that out the window. I've seen people that had both parents. Some were pastors, ministers, educators, whatever, elites, and I've seen some of these kids fall, because maybe sometimes I've heard that the parent was not giving them enough attention. They were so busy trying to help everybody else that they forgot about their kid. Kids were forced to do certain things that they did not like. A lot of times we don't listen to our kids. Mothers, like I said, being disrespectful to their daughters, loving their sons, but you disrespect the hell out your daughters. I've dealt with some of that, you know what I'm saying? And it's a part of, and that's what we deal with as women now. We get a lot of that stuff from when we were younger, from our relatives, from our parents, and it oozes into our adulthood. It comes into our adulthood. We don't know how to let some of that stuff go. We hold grudges with people for no apparent reason. I was listening to somebody the other day, and some guys, right? And they were talking, and they said, you know what? There's a lot of women out here that they have heard, because women, we talk to men sometimes. Men, some of these men, they know how women feel. They know how women get down. They experience some of the stuff themselves. They see how women, you don't like her, and you don't know why you don't like her. You don't like her because she oozes with confidence. Maybe she looks she looks appealing. Maybe people love her personality. So a woman can step in the room and women just, and I've seen this. For some apparent reason, these women are just hung up on the aura of this woman. You know what I'm saying? I saw a woman, I went out on my birthday. My birthday has passed December 20th. Hello to me, I'm 45. And I don't mind telling people, because I love growing as a human. I love being the person that I am. I had to come outside of my shell and do the things that brought me joy. But I went to me and my buddy, my girlfriend, we sandbox friends, right? Celebrating my birthday. We went out, to this place that I go to sometimes, listen to a live band. And we saw, I saw this lady. She wasn't there at the time because I don't mind. I'll go by myself. I like to sometimes get out by myself. I know some people be like, it's not safe. But you know what? Sometimes you got to park close. You kind of got to know nothing is safe. You can be with somebody and something happens. So we say stuff is not safe. Anything can happen to anybody, at any given time. So you just observing your surroundings or what have you. But I saw this lady and I was like, she was a nice looking woman. She, and I don't mind saying, I say women are nice. Women come up to me and say, I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. Anyway, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. But anyway, this woman, I saw her sexiness. She had her sex appeal. She was dancing. She had her little bob, and I could just see some of the women eyeing her. Like they could have been, because I would see her, dancing with somebody, and then I saw another guy coming over to her, and he was trying to get at her, right? He was trying to figure out, how can I get over there and dance with her or whatever. So he was already in the little area trying to get over there to dance with her. So he gets over there, finally gets her attention. And it looks like she probably took to him right away. He had locks in his hair, had his little locks wrapped up and everything. Sometimes locks can be nice looking, you know what I'm saying? But had his little locks up and, wrapped up and everything, looking nice. So, then I see her like all of a sudden smiling and, when like I was waiting on you, because sometimes that's how women are. We be like, oh, I was waiting on you. I was waiting on you. So you see this guy and he, they lock eyes, they start dancing together. And then it was like after that, they were together the entire night. So she found somebody that she was interested in. And here come this other Bama. We call him Bama in DC, right? This other Bama, when it was almost happening to go, she was putting her coat on. The guy had stepped away for a moment. It was another guy that walked up to her and he had his coat, his coat would open up his coat for her to put it on. And I'm just like, I caught that. And I was like, look at this. I was done at that time. My buddy was there. I'm like, look at this dude. Once she just danced homeboy, and here he come, trying to fit in somewhere, right? Because guys, they be competing too. We act like guys don't compete. Guys compete just like some of these women be out here competing. Guys compete too. If you have your eyes set on somebody, just watch. You'll see. If you standing on the sideline, you can see it all play out. But so he takes the coat, he opens it up for her to put it on, and you can see her. She was kind of like, "Where you come from?" Trying to be respectful of the other guy that she was dancing with, because the guy went and bought her a drink. They looked like they was having a nice little time. Every time I saw them pass and go, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I like to see, people, say just women. I like to see people getting, not gonna say getting, I want to say getting what they deserve, but I love to see people doing the damn thing. A lot of times we see celebrities and we like to see celebrities dancing, and you look on Instagram, you see Will Smith dancing, he just oozing, with happiness and glory and all that. And then we look at somebody else that that's not of that caliber, and we looking at them like it could be a cousin or somebody, and they doing the same thing. Well, they might be partying in their own little sanctuary or whatever. They feeling good, and all of a sudden y'all looking at that person, what they doing. But you'll go hit the like and comment on Will Smith's page. You'll go comment on Regina King's page. You see her with a nice little outfit on, and she doing the thing, and she posing, and she, got her little sexiness going on. You'll share. Look at Regina King, she looking good, but your little cousin over there, got a nice little outfit on, photo, looking real nice, and you sitting there like, her again. Look what she doing. Look. You got to show everybody in the family, man. Look at this stuff. Look what they doing. But that's the part. That's the part that gets me, because I hear people all the time complaining about that kind of stuff. Like, my family don't support me. My family this, my family that. I know, because I grew my business. I'm still growing my business, and I can say for myself, a lot of times your family will not be the ones that will support you. We have to get over that. I had to get over that. I had to get over that and jump over the rainbow somewhere. Excuse me. I'm telling you. I had to say, you know what? This is all kind of new to me. I'm making my little body butters. I'm taking my little oils over there. Got my little design t-shirts. And you show stuff to your family and they just be like, whatever. But I will say that my mother, my sister, they supported me. But my extended family didn't really support what I was doing. Sometimes people and what's her name? Erykah Badu was saying this. Sometimes people have in their mind how you are supposed to be, right? I know I'm a wild one. I've always been a wild one. And I can only talk about myself rather than talking about somebody else. But I know I've always exuded personality. A lot of times people can't deal with personality. They can't deal with strong personalities. They can't deal with creative personalities, especially when it's women. I'm just saying, especially when it's women. People cannot deal with those personalities. It is, and I have a podcast out about women being oppressed by women and men, and it's not everybody. I'm not saying everybody is that way, but trust and believe it's enough people out here that have their issues with women exuding, personality and being funny and happy and, acting up a few times and just doing something silly. People have issues with seeing that. And I think it is because of how society has lined things up for us as women. They say women are supposed to be at home with the kids. Well, that time is over. I'm sorry. Some women are still at home. A lot of women trying to make their own bank. Okay. A lot of women growing businesses. A lot of women out here doing things the same, some of the same stuff, making their money just like men. It's nothing wrong with that. We should be able at some point to figure out, like, look, it's just not what it used to be. It's just not what it used to be. We are growing as humans. Society is not that the woman has to stay home anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, and that kind of stuff been over. It's like I said, it's no problem to those that have stayed home or that are staying home currently. But that's just not, I stay home at some point. You know what I'm saying? I get bored very easily. So I have to do something. I have to, I remember when I first had my son, my son is 21 now, but when I had my son and his father and I was together, I remember, at the job I was at, I had encountered some racism there. And I was like, I'm not going back after maternity leave. I was get ready to sue them and everything. So, I ended up saying, well, you know what? I'm just going to have to chuck it up and I'm just going to have to stay home. My son's father was like, oh, you really want to stay home? I was like, yeah, I'm staying home. I'm not willing to go back to work right now. But I tried staying home for some months and I got bored as hell. I was so bored. I couldn't do it no more. I said, you know what? I think I'm just going to enroll in these classes. I'm just going to go ahead and enroll in these classes. When I enroll in these classes, then I'm just going to figure out what's after that. So look for a babysitter. found a family member, mother, my in-laws' mother ended up keeping my son for me while I went to school. So I went to school to take up, administrative, business administration or whatever. And so after that, I ended up getting a job in the government, and I was in a work study program, and I was doing that. I think at some point I wasn't really satisfied. Just I wasn't really satisfied, working from home. Not truly working from home, but just being a stay-at-home mom. To some degree, I think it's good to help the child, because you don't really want to send your kid off to hand over your kid as an infant to somebody, and I was kind of skeptical of that, yes. But to some degree, I was like, you know what? I got to make this happen for me. So just growing as a person from that point on as a mother, and then having another kid, as I got a little older. I had my youngest kid at 29. So I was just like, you know what? It's to some point where you got to figure out what makes you happy, and as people, we tear each other down so much. Especially, the only thing I know is my society. That's all I know. A lot of times we tear each other down. I'm not talking about the not supporting people. We need to do more of that, because I'm at a point in my life where I'm not griping. I did gripe before, and like I said, that's human nature. It's human nature. When you start getting around people that's doing stuff, that's making things happen, you all of that's out the door. I don't have time to be complaining about a lot of stuff now, because I'm making things happen. I've gotten into voiceover. I've done work with some businesses. I've had meetings with people. So, like I said, I can only talk about me. So I ain't talking about nobody else. This ain't the gossip channel. Some people be like, some people just talk about themselves. So what? Let them talk about themselves. Because you know what? If they was talking about somebody else's business, then everybody would be over it. So you gotta let your stuff grow, organically, and talk about you. You can help other people in the process, but all you can do is talk about what your downfalls are, things that you're working on. See, that's what I find. A lot of people don't want to tell you about them. I'm saying they'll tell you the good stuff, but telling you about internally the things that people go through, the ups and the downs, the mental situations that we're in at some point where our brains are locked. We don't know how to get out of there. We don't know how to shape and mold ourselves. I find that a lot of times we don't want to talk about those things, but it's always good to talk about where you were and where you are going. We can start there. I can talk about, sometimes saying things, and I was listening to this comedian today, and she was talking about on her podcast, she was talking about how her mother treated her, and to a certain degree, I can understand that. I remember one of my posts I was on here telling people on Periscope how the stuff that I have gone through, and I didn't get deep into everything, but I spoke on some things, and the folks that was over here, as a matter of fact, I was looking at that video the other day, and I was just like, wow, I've advanced so much from that. Because, I was in a place, I was in a kind of a dark place at some point, where left my job, and I just didn't, I was already working on my business, but I had left my job just abruptly and trying to figure things out and not really knowing how, what am I going to do next? And then I was dealing with somebody that didn't have all he had was ego. He didn't have any drive or anything. Maybe I would have felt better if I was in a relationship with somebody that had drive. I was the one that was trying to drive everything, trying to push everything, trying to this, trying to that, and the person only had ego to work off of. So if you only have ego, guess what? That ain't gonna work out for you in the long haul. Your egotistical people, they gonna get they gonna get the door slammed in their face eventually. So when you got people that always think, you know, everything is, they're self-centered people, and they can't, you know, they only help people to manipulate other folks. So when you only helping people to manipulate other folks, you know, that's not gonna get you anywhere. It may get you somewhere for a short period of time, but it's not gonna get you anywhere for the long haul. And that's another thing. You know, like I said, let me go back. Let me clap. Let me go back to what I was talking about. So, you know, this lady, she was talking about how her mom treated her, and like I said, to some degree, I can understand that, because I had a pretty good relationship with my mother, but I didn't at some point. You know, my mother was 15 when she had me, 15 years old. So we're growing up together. You know what I mean? She's trying to figure things out. And then at the same time, I'm sure I was a burden to her to some degree. I kind of felt like that, you know, so you never know what people are going through, you know, and then knowing this and you become an adult, a lot of this stuff like I said, your conscious mind and then your subconscious mind. So you have to deliver yourself from what they say, from evil, from the things that you have and endured in your lifetime. Some of those things will be with you until you decide no more. It's like a drug addict. It's like a person. And then if you're dealing with somebody that's bringing you down, that's not helping the situation, that's only putting more and more of a load on you. You know, it's putting more and more of a load on your mental. You can't even progress because you got this person that's egotistical or they just selfish, you know, and they're not helping in a sense. So what happens? You can't progress. So I had to bring myself up out of what I was going through. This is Keita J Reveal Show. You know, y'all, we reveal some things on here, whether it be about fashion, travel, health, whatever, right? So, you know, I had to learn how to get myself out of that funk. You know, I'm going through this. This is something mental that I'm going through, that I have to figure out, how can I remove myself from this darkness? You know, I had to start. I went to look. I was looking up stuff, and I'll say nowadays YouTube is a wonderful tool. YouTube is a great resource for people that go through pain, because you find out so much information that can help you. All you have to do is hit Google. You hit Google, let me help. Look, right now, let me show you. I just pulled this up, right? Hold on. So right now, I'm going to share my screen, right? So I found out, and I'm going to get back on the lady talking about her mom, right? Uh-oh. Hold on one moment. Come on, screen. Where you at? I guess okay, there we go. All right, so like I said, we can find out so much. All we got to do is Google, y'all. All we got to do, this is it right here. Look, 13 ways to grow as a person, right? I Googled that and pulled that up. Self-growth is beautiful. Let me share with you. One way is to love yourself. It's one of the hardest tasks. They say one of the hardest tasks. With my glasses. This is one of the hardest tasks we may ever face, is self-love and appreciation. So, however, this is the most important thing you need to get through life. You must love yourself. Once you learn to love you, you can love others and life a whole lot more. So they say forgive, right? I'm not big. I'm gonna say, look, in order for you not to be sick, you know, you can forgive, but you'll never forget people. You'll never forget what people did to you, especially if it made you feel a certain kind of way. You're not gonna forget that. You can forgive them to a certain extent, which means you might speak to them, you know, but other than like holding court with them and all that stuff, no. Okay, stand your ground, right? When people are nasty to you, you stand up for yourself. And if they don't like you, then let them be. Let them be. Forget the naysayers. You do what's best for you. I had to learn that. Do what's best for me. Figure out what you like, not what they like. JoJo and them across the street, your cousins, they like, they want you to be with somebody. They, want you to go to school for something. That's not for you that's not something that you have to take in for yourself. That's their problem. You deal with your reality. So you figure out what you like. You let new people into your life. Yes, I had to figure it out. Let new people into my life. Let new nuances into my life, new ideas. I got a vision board. I had to create all of that. Well, not a vision board, but I have a vision journal. So I've done cutouts, put it on my. It's not even really a journal. It's more of my creative arts book. So I write all my creative stuff in there, my voiceover stuff, my ideas, all of that. So I have that. Always working on including new things in my life, right? And it doesn't have to just be people. Don't be afraid to be yourself. You be you. Everyone is persuading you to be a certain person. Your society, your family, and your friends. We just spoke about that. Then can try all they want, but at the end of the day, you have to be you. So that's what we gotta let out the noise. I had to let the noise out. People make fun of you for whatever reason, and some people were treated, harshly as children. And you find some way of redeeming yourself. So we as people, we have to learn to redeem ourselves, pull ourselves from, like I said, pull yourself from that funk. Keep people in your life that you need. You know what I'm saying? We might not always need that man, just to have sex with us, but I'm talking about people that, positive folks, people you can grow with, some people you can help. Both of you guys can kind of give ideas to. It transfers energy. Energy transfers. It never dies. So take responsibility for your actions. Yes, I can only say, like I said, I can talk about me. I can talk about what I've encountered, with other people, with how it made me feel. That's all I can do. Gossiping about other folk, that ain't gonna help me. Listen to your own instincts. That's something that we definitely have to practice. Set your goals high. There's nothing wrong with having goals, high goals for yourself. That's a great thing, right? I have my goals written on the wall in my office. So I have those set. Know your strengths and your weaknesses. We all have them both, right? And reflect on who you are. So those are amazing things that, we as people definitely can think about for ourselves. And we have to hold ourselves accountable for the things that we do. People like to tell us, look, you have to be accountable for the things that you do. You know who you are. We all know who we are. The thing is, some of us just haven't tackled who we are, or we're lost. We have to find who we are. We have to create, not find. We have to create who we are. We have to create the person deep down inside, the fun-loving, giving, artistic person that we are. And you know what? You're going to be just that. You're going to be a great person. You will grow as a human, and you will conquer the world, man. I'm telling you, I've been doing my stretches. I've gotten back into my stretches now, my qigong, and it makes your joints feel so good. But even just getting those monthly massages, I was talking to a coworker of mine. She said, I got to start going to get a massage. Because I was just telling her, she said she having all these health issues. I said, try massages. I said, you know what? A lot of times our joints are stagnant. The cells aren't moving. The blood flow isn't moving. And it's not good for the brain. So going to get those monthly massages, I'm about to start going back to get 2 a month. But we definitely need to take care of ourselves. And I say, you know what? I kicked a lot of stuff to the curb. Let me tell you something though. I'm gonna say this first. Once I kicked a lot of stuff to the curb and start focusing on me business, you ain't focusing on no man, you know, and I wasn't really focusing on it when that came into my life. I was focusing on my business at the time. But like I said, I was still dealing with some trauma, some stuff that was bothering me. So I had to learn to get over those things. It's not easy, you know, and I can understand. I have people that are extended family that suffers from bipolarism, and you know, they take very well to me. You know, they're like, I've learned to be a calmer person. I've learned to inhale, exhale. You inhale the new stuff, you breathe it in, and you exhale all the BS. Okay, we got to let all the BS go because it's not easy. It's not easy in life. um like I said, you got to be around better people. You have to know who you are. You have to know yourself. You have to be able to deal with the person that you are and create a better person. Because like I said, it's a lot of people out here, a lot of people, mofos out here that don't really deserve us, okay? Especially the good folks. So we got to know, don't be giving to the wrong people. Don't be giving all your love to the wrong people. Been there, done that. Giving all my love to the wrong people. Giving all my, you know, my your power. Giving that power away. So growing as a human being, we got some voiceover stuff that we're going to be doing. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to be doing a project. I gotta do a project this weekend, so I need to get that together and do what I need to do with this company. But I'm working on that stuff. So anybody looking for promos, like I said, you can always email us at Exist a Letter in Nature. If you have some, you want some help with some marketing, you know, hit us up at Exist a Letter in Nature and at Exist a Letter in Nature at yahoo.com. Website is on the profile. Exist dash in dash nature me. All you gotta do is put it up. If you put Exist a Letter in Nature, it'll come up on Google. I do like that now. Well, all you have to do is put the name of the business. You don't have to do all that dot this, dot that. If you know the name of the business, it will pull it up on Google. So anyway, y'all, have a great day. Exist in nature. I got to get my new logo too. I'm working on. Listen, we working on this karaoke show. It's called Carry a Key. So gonna be a live show. So like I said, 2020 in the works. I'm not waiting on 2020. I was already working on some stuff, but getting little ideas here and there. So working with an assistant and some other folks. So you guys will see eventually. But check our YouTube page out. The YouTube page is in the link. Marcel was saying the link is in hyperlink. So I don't know. But like I said, if you go to the website, you can catch more stuff. Sign up for the email where you can get information eventually that's going to come out to you. So like I said, I'm a woman of power. I'm a woman that's an artist. I am art, baby. I don't let age stop me. So if you see me doing something goofy and silly, just know, think about Will Smith. Will Smith, 50 years old, 51 or whatever. Look at Will Smith. If he can do it, I can do it. So I don't let age stop me. And stop putting other people down because they ain't no big celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be killing me with that one. Anyway, have a great one.